When you think about defending yourself in a fighting game, what are you thinking about? Pressing buttons to cover a space, protecting yourself from an attacker, anti-airing? Where you believe yourself to be reactive or proactive, sometimes you just act automatically, letting your internal autopilot take over. You've seen a video or two explaining how to anti-air. It's so simple. You just press a button when the opponent's jumping at you. But that's not really how things happen, and fights are different, just as instructor Nick Derossos explains about defending against a knife.
Self-defense movements, techniques, ABC 1, 2, 3, which require my partner to react exactly the same way every single time.
And you can't expect your opponent to react the same way. Look at this.
2, 3, 4, and him not reacting at all, it's completely unrealistic.
So, in fighting games, you start automatically, almost without thinking, to challenge negative frames, take up space, and counterattack just because the opponent is occupying a familiar space, and so your body moves automatically. But can your muscle memory and autopilot hurt you in a fighting game and cause you to lose games? Yeah. We reviewed a member of this channel's replays on twitch.tv/onetimehero, and we found this specific issue in their defense. In matches, as you rank up, certain moves or attacks feel good and reward you. This in turn conditions you, and you end up pressing buttons that don't work well in every situation. The solution to this is that new ideas and heuristics must be applied so that you can make more conscious decisions based on that situation, your options, and theirs. We helped a Plat Diamond player from the community identify this exact situation. Okay, look, let's go jump into that right now. Okay, right there. Okay, so this is the thing that happens all the time with you, but then sometimes it's a good thing. So what is really interesting that you should know about here too is this right here. So you hit this down medium punch, right? You hit this down medium punch. And right here, right now, like the sweeps that we talked about before, man, when it hits, right? When it hits, it's doing exactly what you want it to do. But what I want to tell you is that I, at my level of the game, cannot react to this situation with a down medium punch. The reason why you hit down medium punch was because he hit down medium kick. Unless you've been labbing this for a long time. But if you were labbing it, you would have done EX low right after, right? So something I want to mention is watch that down medium punch. Great button, but I think a lot of times you're just using it and it's kind of like your go-to, I want my turn back, I want the situation back scenario. He had a habit that we discovered. This player would press crouching medium punch almost instinctively in a lot of situations, and a lot of time it worked and worked and worked. And even one time it stopped a, in my opinion, almost impossible to see overhead. But when it didn't work, this player became unable to defend themselves against jumps and block pressure. There's a level where if you stand in the range, the player will always press the button that is associated with that range. So when you're in this scenario right here, right, just like many other scenarios, once you have been hit, or once you have been in a scenario where you want to press a button, you will just press it, right? And as a result, the jumps that you are not anti-airing, you're already in negative frames, right? You're already in negative frames every single time because you're trying to press a button at that range and he's automatically jumping. So then it's going to make you feel like, oh man, I can't anti-air. So then you wonder, oh, well, he jumped on me like what, 18 times? Well, why did he jump on you 18 times? Some of them are unavoidable, or, you know, it has to be a situation, but the ones where you misread the situation on the ground by just pressing a button, kind of because he's in the space, it will lead you to getting jumped in on, right, at this level, because the guys are going to jump. The guys are just going to jump. So then watch what I was saying with that. So then this right here, like, I know you went for a sweep, right? Let's talk about ranges, right? You're -4 right here. Then when you're pushed out of space here, you're gonna be actually decently far and minus. He presses jab. So if you were thinking about what you were doing there, when he hits jab right there, he's plus, and he's trying to challenge you or whatever. I don't know why he's hitting jab, but if your response is to sweep, the issue there was you were already too far. You were already too far to sweep in the first place, right? Because if he does this and it pushes you away, because it does, right? Boom. You're actually too far right here. Even if he was still standing, you would actually still have missed the sweep, which led to him being able to jump, which happens all the time. So when I had to try to break my sweeping habit, when I was overly sweeping, overly doing that, I get caught in the sequence, right? Like, okay, he's on the ground, he's standing, he did standing jab. Maybe he's gonna walk forward. I'm gonna preemptively hit him with the crouching sweep or hit him with crouching hard kick, right? What you need to think about is, how can I do the same thing I'm trying to do, but have less risk, right? One, it could be wait and do nothing, right? Two, it could be pressing down medium punch, the same type of button in the range, which has less recovery, and then you would actually be able to anti-air. Three, pressing crouch jab, just to give yourself some feeling like you're defending yourself, and then just anti-air for free. By taking control of your actions, you can give yourself new looks at the same situation. You could have been able to reset the space, so meaning Balrog does better in this matchup by being a little bit further away from Kage. So when you do down medium punch, you're kind of robbing yourself of like 12, 16 frames of being able to move around and reposition yourself. And so you're always playing on his terms in a lot of scenarios, right? So then there it is again, right? See this? Boom. So then again, so he did a crouch jab this time, and then you did that, right? Which then got you crossed up. The problem is you'll never notice that because that's the reason why we're doing the replay review, right? Because to notice that is really difficult because it's probably ingrained in your muscle memory. And because it's part of your muscle memory, your reactions, how you see a certain situation and you immediately try to attack, this is a defensive autopilot that's costing you wins, games, situations, space advantage, everything. Take control of your body, use your mind, and look for new options. And if you're looking for new options, check out my stream, get some information out there, or check out this next video. Thank you so much. Until next time.
If I go preemptive. So yeah, he puts the knife here, and I'm doing this, and I'm talking, and I'm trying to defuse, and I go boom. But once he's here, Sasha, what would you do next? He's gonna try to pull away, and he just switched his hands, right? The fight completely changes.